You're an activist. I recognise you.
I did a video because I used to work at Sainsbury's, and I did one.
Oh my God, babe, this is the guy. We've seen it. We just seen it. Let's do an interview.
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be amazing.
What's your name?
John.
John?
Yeah.
Right. We seen a video of you. Just explain what happened. So you used to work at Sainsbury's. What happened?
Yeah, I used to work at Sainsbury's. So effectively, I mean, obviously it doesn't really align with my values at all working at Sainsbury's and being a vegan. But I was waiting for, I wanted to use my job at Sainsbury's to basically do something to help the animals. And you had your dairy thing, but basically you're campaigning against Muller.
Muller, yeah.
And Sainsbury's was switching all their milk from Muller.
To Muller?
Yes.
They were switching to Muller at that time?
So to go to 100% Muller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so basically I kind of aligned it and I basically did a resignation speech where I explained, because you did an expose of Muller Farms.
Yeah.
And, you know, the horrible, obviously not just taking away babies from mothers, not just forcibly impregnating cows, not just sending them to a slaughterhouse, but also beating cows.
Yeah.
And I didn't see how Sainsbury's, obviously Sainsbury's still kill animals, but they make them out to care about animals and be promoting animal welfare.
Yeah.
And that completely contradicts with their values. So basically I wrote a resignation speech and I went to the tannoy. I started recording, got it all recorded.
So it's like a PA system, and you read your resignation speech out on the
PA system, yeah.
Hello, this is a customer announcement. This weekend we're getting all our milk from Muller. Numerous investigations into Muller showed systematic abuse such as workers beating cows repeatedly with poles and chains, even though the cows were in so much pain they couldn't even get up. Also showing cows confined to small stalls where they couldn't even lie down properly, and newborn calves taken away from mothers. However, we believe our profits are more important than this animal abuse. This reason I can no longer work is a difficult company. I encourage all compassionate consumers to check out this undercover Muller investigation by Joey Armstrong on YouTube, which also includes standard industry practice of forced impregnation, male calves taken away from mothers to be killed, along with numerous beatings at the hands of Muller.
Yeah, so when I was doing that, I was expecting getting a lot of pushback, security and everything. But initially, people's kind of stopped, and I had quite a crowd. So
really?
And no one came, because I obviously work at Sainsbury's. I think there was a bit what do I do? Eventually, obviously, security did come, but I managed to read my whole speech.
I encourage all compassionate consumers. I encourage Sainsbury's to stop deceiving this animal-loving nation, and for consumers to see the reality of what is hidden and what Sainsbury's hiding from people. They're trying to stop me talking their way.
Well done!
Woo!
Well done. Well done. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you should go on YouTube, see all the beatings and the handling innocent cows have to suffer. And this is what.
And then more world
I've spoken to Sainsbury's numerous occasions. They will not, all they can talk repeatedly profit. Okay. They don't care about the animals. And even the stores in this employee out.
Well done, John!
Encourage people to watch your expose on Muller Industry, to watch Land of Hope and Glory, to see what happens on UK standard farms, and challenge people to, if they care about animals, the least they should do is see what happens to these animals. And challenge Sainsbury's, if they supposedly care about animal welfare, and yet they're literally switching to a company which is one of the worst in terms of animal welfare. And really, I challenge Sainsbury's, if they do genuinely, they're not liars, if they do care about animal welfare, then surely they would switch away from Muller after your... literally, farmers just beating animals.
Yeah, well, that's interesting what you're saying, that they're switching to full Muller right around the time of our expose. Because they're switching to full Cranswick pork
Oh, God, not
right after our expose. And we did a protest at their headquarters in London here. And I think she was corporate manager, something, she came out.
Yeah.
And then she was like, look, I'll take this on very seriously and yada, yada. A year later, they're doing a full switch over to Cranswick.
That's disgusting.
But we don't expect much from...
No, when I was working there, I did speak to the CEO, Simon Roberts.
Oh, really?
I said basically they supposedly like animal welfare and said, surely you're going to make these changes. And he said it's all about, essentially it's what the customer wants. and the customer wants cheap meat. And so essentially, this is why I always say it's a responsibility of us as the consumers. Because if we're buying it, or well, not us as vegans, but if other people are buying it, then they're going to continue supplying it.
Yeah.
If consumers want, meat, if they want cheap meat, then they're going to continue killing pigs in gas chambers and doing it as cheaply as, I mean, it's all wrong, but...
It always comes back to veganism. That's it.
Exactly. It's the only solution.
Veganism. I mean, we can kick and scream at these supermarkets. They're like, well, it's an insurmountable goal to make animal agriculture in the UK higher welfare. It's an insurmountable goal because of demand, so it can't happen. Exactly. And like, if you believe welfare is treating animals nicely and then shooting them in the head,
exactly.
Like, but it's an insurmountable. So like, they can't do it.
No,
they can't do it. They're just lying to people and like keeping their customer base.
Yeah.
Lying to their customer base with the propaganda, and they can't do it. It's impossible.
Yeah.
That's very good. Let's not get into a podcast about that because I wanted to focus on the fact that you did the resignation speech. It takes a lot of bravery, mate, and I think that's just fantastic. We were saying how much of a legend you are, and how proud we were to see that. No, but I've just still, honestly, I was very impressed with it, and I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you.
So the animals have got a good voice in you, mate. John,
Yeah.
it's really good to meet you, mate, and I'm going to get talking to non-vegans,
of course.
keep up the fantastic work, mate.
So I'm Vegan Talks John. I think my screen name is Radical Vegan Sausage, but at Vegan Talks John.
Radical Vegan Sausage.
I know. You got to do something a bit different.
You get A+ for a name. Why didn't I think of that?
Thanks for what you're doing.
No worries.
Keep up, you're a legend. You're helping so many
You
others.
too, mate. You too. Thank you very much. Bless you, mate.